My name's Raymond. This is my wife, Angela, and we've been attending Hoboken Grace for over 3 years.
We started going to Hoboken Grace, and it was a month after my grandmother passed away. In 2014, we noticed that my grandmother was dealing with some mental decline. My family continued to lean on God and to trust that His timing for everything was right. Fast forward to 2021, she unfortunately passed away due to Alzheimer's. I started to feel like I was withdrawing from God. I just could not believe that He would take her from me 24 hours before I was scheduled to see her. And I didn't want to go to church anymore. And I especially didn't want to go to the church that I was taking her to because it was too painful. So I kind of fell off a little bit, and I realized that I needed God again. So I asked Raymond, can we check out this church that Bethany has been telling us about? And immediately upon walking in, I told him, I said, I don't want to know anybody or be known here. I just wanted to be there and just hear. And I sat down, and the message was about you are never alone. And I couldn't believe how it related to what I had been going through, not knowing why my grandmother passed away without anybody there, without her family. How could she go through this really challenging time alone? And I was shocked. I left the church and I was like, I needed to hear that message. Like, she was not alone. Through her entire journey with Alzheimer's, He was always there in the midst. She forgot everybody. She didn't know any of my family members. She forgot who I was, but she never forgot Jesus. She would always say, thank you, Jesus. And I was astonished by this. It was remarkable. She wasn't able to speak at the end, and she would always thank Jesus and throw her hands up in church. I didn't understand why He took my grandmother. He brought me to church on that day to hear that specific message.
She talks about how, she was nervous at first, but she was the first one to join a dinner group. It took me a little while. I was hesitant to join a dinner group because I felt that I was too busy and that I didn't have time to get more involved. She really changed my perspective and pushed me. It was, one of the best decisions I've ever made.
I definitely was hesitant. I didn't want to, again, know anybody. But the friends that I had weren't faith-filled friends. They weren't, the community that I actually needed. It's amazing to have people that pray for you, reach out to you, really care about you and care about seeing you on Sundays.
Making the decision to be baptized was influenced a lot by Angela and her encouragement and pushing me to finally take that step that I knew that I needed to take.
I honestly never saw the day coming that he would get baptized because he was always very hesitant about it and just wasn't sure if he wanted to go up on stage and be in the spotlight. And I would remind him it's not about that. Again, like all the things we do, how we serve on Sundays, how we go to these dinner groups, it's not about us. It's us serving the Lord again, and that's really mainly what it comes down to. And it meant like so much to my dad. And it's obviously a day I'll never forget.
The way that God works through our lives provides a clear foundation for our marriage. We have a shared source of truth. We have shared values. We know what the roadmap is. We know what we're trying to do, and we can encourage each other. Being able to have that mutual support system where we can lean on each other and know what the ultimate source of what we're trying to do is and can remind each other of that. It's extremely powerful in our lives.
When our faith is maybe struggling because of things we're going through, we lean on each other. We remind each other that, God is always in the midst of everything. Whether it's good or bad, He's always there with us, and we're never alone.